Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fiery and this is a commentary about the ICN qualifier that happened over the weekend, and some of the things I noted during the event. Now, this is played online, and it's not played on LAN, so you can't really take this tournament seriously. However, there were some notable things that happened during the tournament that I wanted to talk about. Namely, there were some pro teams that participated. Some of the notable are Curse, Unite, and EnVy. I got to see EnVy with Karma playing with Proofy and Rambo. I think JCap was absent. He had some other things, and Merc from Optic filled in for that squad. And EnVy ended up winning the ICN tourney over the weekend. They beat out some online. They're a pretty good team. I think they were a very successful online team, not on LAN but online. And some of the things I noted that I wanted to talk about was this. Right away, I noted that Karma had a huge impact on EnVy's gameplay. Even though he was live streaming on Twitch, and you could tell he wasn't taking it that seriously. He barely had his game sound on. He was listening to music and whatnot. So you kind of take it for what it is. But immediately, his pace and his slaying ability was completely evident. I mean, he was dropping 30-40 bombs. He was obviously they were testing out some strategies, so it's still a work in progress. However, you could tell Karma has a natural ability where he just does not have a hesitation when he's playing the game. So he's very natural at the game. But EnVy's still trying to work out through their strategies with Karma on Hardpoint. Hardpoint was the one that they kind of struggled on just because right now they're kind of working out who's gonna play the anchor role, how are they gonna rotate, how are they gonna break the hill, and all those things. So that's kind of understandable. But when it came to Search and Destroy and CTF, they just dominated the field. I mean, it just wasn't even close. It was really no competition. Against a pro team like Unite, I think they beat them 6-0 in Search. So. And the thing I did notice was Rambo. He's a very, I think he's probably the most intelligent pro player as far as calling out strategies during the gameplay and devising strategies on the fly, and what routes to take, what bomb site to push, and all that stuff. So I was quite impressed with Rambo. Even though his gun skills are not at the top as far as within the team EnVy, obviously he's gonna be around third or fourth on that team. Proofy and Karma obviously and JCap are most likely the top three with gun skills on that team. But Rambo definitely has, he's the quarterback, he is the general of the team, and he's the one that's vocal during gameplay. So congratulations to EnVy. Even though it wasn't a real serious event, they ended up winning the tourney anyways. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was what happened when they played EnVy played against JNasty's team. I don't know if you guys know who JNasty is, but you guys can look it up on YouTube. But he's a Pubstomper. He drops a lot of 100-kill games. That's kind of what he's known for. He used to be known for spawn trapping in MW3, and then in Black Ops 2, he did a lot of 100+ kill games. And then he recently took over Amp Clan. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but they were another sort of spawn trapping, 200+ kill clan. But anyway, so JNasty's teams actually made it to the quarters. And he started talking some trash to Rambo that they were gonna kick their ass and all that stuff. But I think it was sort of done in jest, because on JNasty's live stream, his title of the stream was watch me get pooped on. So I think he kind of knew that he probably wasn't gonna win. So you take it for what it is. But the thing that you know, I really feel bad for JNasty because it was best out of 3 in the quarters, and the first game was hard point on Yemen, and then they ended up losing 12 to 250. That's right, 12 to 250, and then people started hashtagging on Twitter, you know, hashtag 12 club, you know, just, you know, the fact that they only got 12 points. So that was sort of embarrassing. And then they played CTF, and you know, Envy was playing on JNasty's host, or I don't know if it's him or one of his teammates host on CTF. And yeah, I think they were playing on Raid, and you know, JNasty's team went down 3-0 right away. Lost that first round, and you could tell in the second round, he knew he basically had no chance. So his objective was teabag Karma as much as possible, whatever you got to kill. And so, you know, the thing that I realized watching that against JNasty's team is that JNasty is not a bad player. You know, his skill sets are more in line with, you know, pub stomping. You know, that's what he's done the majority of, you know, his life or playing life. Versus, you know, the pro players, their game type is competitive play. They play against the best players in the world, like day in and day out. So, you know, the skill set that they have in terms of how to work as a team, how to call out, you know, various spots, you know, where other players are and everything are gonna be, you know, beyond, you know, 99.9% of, you know, pub players. And like I said, JNasty is a very good player. I mean, he drops 100+ games, 200+ games in a public setting. But when it comes to competitive play, you know, that's a completely different world. And I think, you know, if you guys watched the live stream, that really showed the skill gap between pros and pubs. So just because, you know, you're a good pub player, you know, don't disrespect pro players. I don't care how bad. You know, I don't. You know, even if the pro player is, you know, not of the highest caliber in terms of the pro circuit, they'll beat, you know, 99.9999% of the, you know, pub players out there. So, you know, I always try to respect, you know, pro players in my commentary, because regardless of, you know, how poorly they did in a tournament, I know that, you know, I can only dream of being, you know, at their level. Anyway, so I'm gonna bring up another video up before the UMG Atlanta tournament, and I'm gonna give out my analysis of, you know, what teams I think are gonna do well, and, you know, what players and what team. You know, I've compiled some, you know, data on the current rosters for the various pro teams, and once I find out who's participating in the tournament, I'll give you guys a breakdown and, like I said, my analysis of what I think is gonna happen in the tournament. Anyways, this is Fiery Kobe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.